Hey everyone, welcome to the Order of Money. Today I want to talk about how to protect yourself from inflation. So we are right now in the United States right now. Last month they hit almost 7% inflation. And like I said before, if you calculate inflation based off of the way they used to calculate inflation in the 80s, we're actually looking at 14, 15% realistically. I think anyone who's gone to the grocery store has seen the difference in those prices going up there. So what the government's telling you is manipulated numbers. It's not true. And the question is, what do you have to do to be able to protect yourself from this? Because essentially, what you're talking about here is the loss of your purchasing power, right? So someone could even be making more money, but if they're on the other side of it, if they're losing money due to inflation, that means that they have their money has less purchasing power, which is what the goal of this money is to begin with. So what do you do to be able to protect yourself? So the first step is probably a really good thing you're doing right now, which is watching a video like this to be able to educate yourself on what the issue is, so that you can recognize it and prepare for it accordingly. So that you're already putting yourself up in the top couple percent of people who are taking, excuse me, that particular action to be able to protect themselves. So what do you actually do? So what do the wealthy do? The wealthy understand that they don't want to hold cash. They don't want to hold dollars. They don't want to hold euro, whatever their local currency is. They want to put their money into assets. And so what they'll generally do is they'll put it into real estate, or they'll put it into the stock market, or they'll put it into of anything. They'll buy art with it. Basically, they'll do something where they'll put that money into some type of an asset that will hold that value, regardless of what happens with the local currency. And basically, that's a locked value that will then continue to appreciate and go up in price even afterwards. So I'm going to get into more detail in future videos. But one of the best assets out there that you can put your money in long term is Bitcoin. So whether you're on it or not, some people are, some people aren't. Bitcoin, one of the things I really like about it is an asset. It is a digital asset in cyberspace. You can check out Michael Saylor if you want to know more about technically how this works and why this might be the strongest asset kind of in our lifetime. This is not true for all the cryptocurrencies, but for Bitcoin, it is 100% true. And one of the things I like about it is that it used to be the best kind of safe haven for your money was to put into real estate. You did generally lose some money through taxes and property taxes and closing costs, etc. So, which required a kind of a large amount of capital to be able to get into the door to begin with. The thing I love about Bitcoin is you can get in for $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever you might have. You don't have to be constrained by putting a large amount in as to be able to just kind of get your foot in the door to be able to protect yourself. Whatever you have, you can put in and hold on to it. Now, in terms of kind of technically how you set this up, and to be clear, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just what I've seen and what I've done for myself and what I've seen a lot of other people do to be successful. And it's kind of a different way of thinking about it. But if you're holding money in your savings account, and you're planning to hold that money for more than a year, take it out of your savings account and put it into Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is one of the best inflation hedges out there right now, and it on average has been going up more than 140% every single year. So imagine, find me any other asset class where you can literally double your money every single year as you move forward. And give yourself 4 years, you'll be sitting in a very, very comfortable place as well. So basically, my goal is I don't want you to get trapped in kind of the current issues with the current financial system. And I'll be discussing this more in later videos. Kind of the problem with the current system was really designed to get you into debt. That is really the goal. The goal of the system is to get people into debt, because the more they get into debt, the more money can be created on the balance sheet, money that's created out of thin air. And then that's basically now a liability that they want people to then repay. And that's kind of how the banks make money. They make money on the interest, et cetera, et cetera. And that's essentially how the whole thing works. But right now, one of the best things you can do to fight against inflation is the money that you are holding is to put it into an asset, whether that's your home, whether that's Bitcoin, whether that's the stock market is a whole other story. Basically, I'll tell you kind of the story of the stock market. If you look at the stock market right now, it seems like it's going up. S&P 500 is up 20 something, close to 30% in the past 12 months. But keep in mind that all assets are priced in dollars. So what that means is not that the 27% whatever increase is due to an increase in 27% of value in the marketplace, because there's been so many more dollars that's been printed against it. If you were to compare the S&P 500 to something else, right? Compare it to, not just in the past year. If you compare it over the past, since the 70s, you see this nice 45% incline increase over the entire time. But if you were to compare it to something else, if you were to compare it to gold, the stock market's actually down. If you were to compare it to Bitcoin, it's crashed. So right now, again, I'm a huge advocate of Bitcoin as a way to kind of store your wealth. And again, the reason why I say something you're not going to be thinking about for more than a year is because it is a bit volatile now as we're arguing price discovery. But this is something that is true for every single tech stock. Amazon was volatile, Facebook was volatile, Microsoft was volatile, Apple was volatile in the early days. But the principles were so strong there that it's unstoppable at this point to be able to continue kind of absorbing the monetary energy of the world. It's one of the strongest monetary energy units available in the world. So take care of that. Do that. Go sign up for Coinbase. You can sign up for Coinbase and do something along those lines to be able to do it. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment in the space below. So, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Got a lot of value out of it. Please subscribe and share this video with your friends so we can help protect as many people as possible from the impending irresponsibility of our government who continue to print money without any type of thought for the future. All right, see you later. Bye.